head coach Katie Meier, senior forward Emese Hoff, and sophomore guard Mykea Gray. Coach, will over the statement, and then we'll take
And 4.5-month-old Ruthie Ann. Yeah, what a tough game. I mean, gosh, Florida State, they are just, they are so good defensively, and it's so hard to find what they're going to give you. They're so smart. They rotate. We had a play call that we don't run that often, and we had to really ride it out the entire second half. This is the only thing we could get free on. They weren't letting Mason B get our normal looks. We had to run our guards and free up some stuff and get them chasing. As soon as that happened, as soon as we got them chasing a little bit, I think the game changed. But I really thought that I wrote on the board our defense changed the game, and it was really, I thought, Emese in the first half when we weren't scoring. I've had teams in the past that would have just gone for steals and been irrational and a little immature. And this particular team just like, okay, we'll just keep getting stops, and we're going to keep grinding, and we'll dig through our bag of tricks, and we're going to figure out, eventually we're going to score. But we had to run a little bit, and they had to miss a few shots for that to happen. And once that happened, we changed the game.
Just even twice, down by 14, like you said, to come back, and then to hold off that charge. Like, just the composure this team is showing right now.
It was pretty special. It was pretty, and I was not messing with the chemistry much at all. I usually sub a lot more than that, but this game was really, really important to us, and we have to figure out. Indian Banks just didn't have a spark today, and I thought Kelsey Marshall, which I forgot to tell in the locker room, I thought she just stepped right in and said, "Okay, I got this." An incredible performance. 2 huge assists by her, I thought were awesome, and then Mykea is just such a fighter, and. Beatrice was okay, so B's going to now hit 12-foot shots. I mean, we're going to find a way, and I think that's what's really special about this team.
You talk about she's totally focused on this
Yes.
press conference. She's
Yes.
really
You want a question
aware
too?
of what you're talking. Just how important, you said this game was so important, it just seems on many levels it was important as
Yeah.
far as going into March,
Yeah.
beating FSU here. It was
Yeah.
the first time in 7 years that you beat them here.
Mhm. Yeah, and in the regular season, it's been a while, right? We've only beaten them in the tournament. I don't know that history. I did not tell my team exactly all that was on the line in this game. I did not, because we just had to fix us a little bit. And there's a zone we operate in. We mix the pressure between the external pressure and the internal pressure, and we get in a zone. And that's my job, to get our team and keep us in that zone. If they need me to yell at them, then okay. And if they need me to pump them up, okay. But we got to stay in the zone. And they didn't need any more pressure on this game. They already knew what it was. But, I think that this was, Alex just told me, 6th ranked team we've beaten this year. Yeah, that's pretty good, pretty special.
So when you now know everything that was on the line, how much more meaningful does it make this? Knowing it was the first win over FSU here in 7 years, and after Thursday, how much does this one mean?
Yeah, I think a huge part for us was to get a little piece of ourselves back, because we weren't ourselves at Virginia Tech, I think. Hey, now you wanna answer too? But there's a deep history with FSU, so that regardless of the streak, she doesn't like me talking. It's fine. So regardless of whatever streak we had going on, it's a part of pride too that you just the FSU Miami game is always like a piece of pride, and to know that there's that much of a history behind it, and to break that streak, that makes it even sweeter.
Anything for Mykea or anything else?
How about for you, Mykea? What was kind of your thought on just the way you guys were able to, bounce back after falling behind 14, and again, weather when they were pushing at you guys in the fourth quarter? What do you think that says about your team and handle both of those challenges?
My team, we fight. That's one thing I can say about my team. No matter how down we are at that moment, we always find a way to bounce back. Either if Kelsey dives on the floor, we're all excited, helping her up, just cheering her on, because that's what we need. And
That happened.
That just sparked the
Yes.
whole team.
Wild.
Yeah, Kelsey.
It sparked the whole team, and it motivated all of us just to want to fight just as hard as she did.
How about when you went down? You went down pretty hard there. Are
Oh.
you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. She jumped on my ankle, but I'm straight. Fine.
I'm straight.
What does it mean to you, Mykea, to beat FSU? And, it had been 7 years since you beat them here.
Coming into the game, I wasn't aware of the history, but after I asked my trainer, she said it'd been a while. So this one was for the coaches, the team, and basically everybody that supports UM.
I'm gonna say for all three of you, what was it like to look up and just see the crowd that was there today?
Yeah,
I mean, I
Gosh,
told
thank
Alex
you.
when I got there,
Crowd
I
helped.
noticed I had
the crowd absolutely, because they stayed faithful, and I, at a certain point, didn't know what to do. I just started talking to the crowd because we couldn't score. I'm like, hey, crowd, you got any ideas? Let's go. But they kept us in it, and, the meaning of the pink game and the KL Cancer Fund, and, I mean, we take all that to heart. We were a little bit more businesslike today because we were coming off a loss, and we didn't get to interact and be as grateful and as, I guess, outgoing as we normally are. But we had some work to do today. But I'm really proud of that crowd, and I know there's a lot of people behind the scenes that made sure that effort was here. I also am so proud of Norlin Finch here, Hall of Fame. Unbelievable, and I'm glad we honored her before the game because she's meant everything to my career. She's been a great lady for me. So thanks, Norlin.
You not only honored me today, but
Yeah.
you honored me when I came in October.
Yeah,
You've been honoring me all year.
you deserve it. You deserve it.
Thank you.
Yep.
Anything else?
Coach, you just started to talk about what the play per K means
Mhm.
to you guys. Can you expand on that a little bit? What it means to be supporting that cause?
Yeah, what Mykea just said, that we fight. And so if there's somebody out there who's going through a hard time and came to that game today, and we could inspire them to just, it didn't look good, right? It didn't look good. And, we just stayed resilient. And I think that's something that every cancer survivor needs to know, stay resilient and just keep moving on, because eventually there's a blessing ahead. And we knew there was a blessing ahead for us today. Yep.
Anything else? Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.